Yeah. Okay, so this is a quick video on how to install decals that are particularly difficult because they have curves in them. For the more difficult decals, we're going to use the wet method. So you'll need a spray bottle with water, a little bit of soap, and then a blow dryer and a squeegee. Okay, so I already got started on this. I did the top part using the wet method. This part is a little easier because it's flat. Then you get over here and you end up with some slack. You see these rolls. If I just were to flatten this, I end up with a bunch of creases, and we don't want that. So what you do, you can be pretty liberal with this. Get some soap in there, under it, and on top of it. And then we're going to heat it up with the blow dryer. The blow dryer, the heat actually makes the decal more malleable. These decals can be stretched quite a bit, so be careful not to overheat them. Maybe 7 to 10 seconds or so. Then I'm going to get them wet again so that I can manipulate them without damaging them, because it's very easy to damage these. If I use a squeegee, I could damage them. Make sure not to get any creases. So rule of thumb with decals, you always start from the middle and work your way out. From here down has already been done. So now we're starting here and just work my way out, try to get it flat. Now it's gonna take a little while to do this because it's a matter of just working it. So as you can see, because it's wet, I end up with little small creases still, and that's fine. And the way that you can get rid of those is by heating it up again. So heat it up, get it wet so I don't damage it, and I squeeze those out. As you can see now, the decal is starting to stick a little better to the material. That means that I squeezed out all the water, and now it's just the glue mating with the surface of the fairing. Okay. So this part here is going to be a little bit challenging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it wet. Careful not to peel back the paint with it. Sometimes these decals grab really good and they can actually pick up your paint if it's still wet. Get that nice and wet. Now I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to kind of like pull on this end in that direction to help me. So lift this guy up and see what I can do here. Pretty bad crease right here in the middle, so I gotta address that. I'm putting a lot of force here because I don't want any air bubbles inside these. See these small guys like this? These guys you can fix later. They're not going to cause creases, so I'm not focusing on them now. This big guy, this is kind of the difficult part. So just work my way down. Essentially, I'm bringing the crease to the end until I can just totally eradicate it. Okay, I got some more creases here in the center. Use a little more heat. It's not good. I feel like this one's going to make a crease, so let me go ahead and peel it back before I crease it. Okay. I think that I got that one for the most part. So as you can see, it's not easy. It does take some time, but that's the good thing about the wet method is that you can peel it back and start over, and the glue is still going to work. Now you can see that this thing is finally starting to shape up. Yeah, I'm pushing from the left end as well, because essentially you want to push all the creases to the end. Looking pretty good over here. And then this guy, it's a little tricky because you got a couple hills coming together there. So see how he kind of wants to lay like that. Let's heat it up. Again, always using water to keep you from damaging the decal with your fingers or thumbs. And that heat always helps. So now what I can do is I can go around and find these little guys that I was talking about. Little small creases, heat them up with the gun, and do the same thing, just press them out. And I'm not sure, but I think at that point the blow dryer is just helping to heat up and evaporate the water that's under there. And once you squeeze that out, the glue starts doing its job. And a lot of times you'll see that there's a little bit of excess glue from the transfer paper that you ship with. But that'll come out as soon as I get this dry. You can just rub that off with your fingers. It really doesn't stick too much. But so that's how you apply decals using the wet method in difficult areas. If you need more help with this, feel free to comment on the video and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks.